This is there's no right. Hi, I'm really sorry if anybody was just here a minute ago, um, when I disappeared. And also, usually when I go live on computer, I get a warning, right? So I get time to sort things out and but there's this new YouTube screen, and for some reason I don't have a warning. So it just throws me in, and then I'm live while I'm going, oh, my hair's a mess and the background's a mess and everything's a mess. So just bear with me. It's all a mess. So yeah, sorry if you just saw that awkwardness and then I just ran away, basically. So Ansel Adams, oh my goodness. So I saw I saw on Instagram, see, I'm still trying to get it right. I saw on Instagram some of Ansel Adams' work, and it reminded me of how inspired I was at school by Ansel Adams. I wonder if it'll help if I turn the light off. Hold on. So yeah, any of you, I think it's better going live on my phone. This is like a good comparison for me to do because I want to do this more often. But have any of you seen the Ansel Adams Instagram thing? You've got to go on it. It's just so inspiring and so beautiful. And so I remember at school seeing some of Ansel Adams' work and just being absolutely blown away. And then when we went to Portugal and did the whole D3 Diaries road trip thing, I felt like I was having like a bit of a taster of that kind of freedom in the mountains that he experienced. Actually, I've only just felt into this now since I seen this Ansel Adams Instagram, right? And I'm looking back at our trip and I'm thinking, wow, like, just go on his thing and have a look. There's a photo of him standing on the roof of this really old car taking a photo of the mountains, and it's just so beautiful and so atmospheric. And it makes me reflect on, like, I want to know more about him. I want to know more about Ansel Adams as a person, because I've just had this little glimpse, as I say, on his Instagram. And there was a photo on there that really, I'm going to read to you what it says on the thing. So it says, this is on a photo and it's of Ansel Adams with his really old camera. There's a big mountain in the background. And it says, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things, right? And of course, this absolutely just resonated with me. I just read it and went, wow. And I was reading this other, there was a photo and there was a little piece about Ansel Adams, and I might not get this exactly right, but the kind of picture that it painted was that he would be in the darkroom printing, and then like maybe they might have guests round for tea or whatever, and he would go out and he would eat, and then he would just kind of scurry back off straight back into his darkroom and he'd carry on printing. And just reading that about Ansel Adams, just literally on this Instagram page that I found, was a real treat, because it was clear from reading about how he just honored what he wanted to do. He just went and did it, and he was just in the darkroom, and I said to my dad, it's like he was unapologetically being him. It didn't matter if he was a little bit insociable. and he just disappeared back into his dark room and did what he wanted, because that was his gift to the world. That was what he knew he wanted to be doing and needed to be doing, and he just did it. And I love that. I think it's really easy in life to say yes to too many things that you don't really want to be doing, but you think that you ought to, or you should, or you need to show up, you need to help others, you need to, whatever it is. I think it's so easy to get swept along, or caught up in other people's lives and what other people need from you. And I think that it almost seems selfish to just do exactly the thing that you want to do and follow that. And yeah, as I say, reading that about Ansel Adams just kind of seemed like that's what he did. And look at what he brought into the world through doing that. He brought in just incredible art into the world. And that's what the world needs more of, isn't it? Art, music, creativity, and people just sharing their wonderful gifts. So I really invite you to look up, if you're on Instagram and you can find the Ansel Adams page, any photographers out there that love fine art photography, landscape photography, I think it'll really inspire you to just look at some of his beautiful black and white work. And I'm wondering how much I can create. I'm really enjoying, as I said before, stepping into this fine art photography again, out in the mountains and whenever I get a chance to travel. And I'm just looking at Ansel Adams' work, and I'm wondering how much of that atmosphere I can create digitally, and just and let's have some fun with it, almost looking back at what he achieved in the days of film, black and white film. Like, it blows my mind when I look at what he did, because I'm looking at his work and I'm going, that's all film. Like, there's no second chances. There's not all the editing that we've got now. If you go out and you shoot raw and you do something wrong, well, don't worry, you can stick it in Lightroom and fix it. He was a genius. And yeah, I'm wondering how much atmosphere I can create digitally in the fine art landscape. I don't know. I don't even know where it fits in. But that's going to be my challenge. That's going to be my challenge for myself going forward. What is your challenge for yourself with photography? And do you want a challenge? Do you want to put pressure on something that is maybe a hobby? This has been coming up in conversation recently here, and I'd love to know your thoughts on what you want for yourself from your photography. Do you want to keep it as your happy place, your escape from the stresses of life? Or do you want to make it into more of a career? I'm always really interested to know this about my subscribers, what you're all up to. And what do you think about the last two? So this live is kind of, I'm wanting to compare. I actually think the last one on my mobile phone was better quality. What do you guys think? Let me know. And hopefully I'll be going live with more often in the studio. Hopefully, fingers crossed, better quality. We're going to level up at some point again. Okay, take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.